to talk about Toshi. Toshi is actually pumping right now, and we're going to talk about why, and we're going to talk about what is probably going to happen next with Toshi. So, anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Let's get straight to it. So, as you can see, Toshi currently is up 12% inside of the last 24 hours. Still up 44% in the last 14 days, 23% in the last 30 days, and still 824% inside of the last year. So Toshi is still doing extremely well. And I just kind of want to put some perspective out there for some people, for the people that want are curious, for what they think Toshi could do and how far it could go, right? So I think Toshi has huge potential. It probably could do something like a penny for the cycle or even more. And if you kind of think about it, divide the divide the future market cap for 1 penny for Toshi and divide that by the current market cap, which is at about $352 million. So if we go ahead and divide that future market cap by the current one, that gives us an 11x. So I think Toshi has that 11x potential. Toshi could probably do some huge numbers. Imagine putting $1,000 into Toshi or something like that. Or even if you don't have $1,000, let's just say you got like $150 or something, still 11xing on that is still hitting 1700. So I think Toshi still has some huge potential here. Like 11x is at 4.2 billion, and what if it gets even higher than that, right? That's just some perspective here, but kind of looking at the reasons Toshi is pumping, it really doesn't have a specific reason for pumping. It's just kind of doing it because it's just Toshi, right? Toshi is just going off, literally. They posted this, but this is no reason for it to pump, right? So they just had some type of AMA type of thing, but or no, they didn't have it yet. They're about to have an AMA actually. But yeah, Toshi is doing big numbers though. A lot of people are super duper bullish with it. You can see people are just talking about it left and right here on Twitter here. So yeah, a lot of people are super bullish on Toshi right now. So that's actually pretty good. Now, let's go ahead and do our own technical analysis here. So we have 951,000 holders. But yeah, let's do our own technicals here. So this right here is the daily chart. So looking at the MACD first, on the daily chart, we are having a pretty big sell-off here, and we can see the buyers are trying to, or the sellers are trying to take control of this market right now. So the lightly green shaded candlesticks on the MACD are indicating the sellers are now coming in. So we are starting to see people selling off here, but we're still seeing that the trend for the percent or trend exhaustion is still kind of curving upwards a little bit, like it wants to stay bullish. So we can actually still move up here from Toshi. It's just going to take a little bit more momentum here, but let's go ahead and switch to the 4-hour. So on the 4-hour chart, pretty bullish. The MACD is just now starting up. It's just getting started on the MACD, and we're seeing all this buying pressure. So it's just starting, which is pretty good. And then we have the percent R trend exhaustion as well on the 4-hour. And you can see that the percent R trend exhaustion has the short-term trend coming up here, but the long-term trend on the 4-hour chart, it's kind of moving sideways here. You can see right here that it's kind of curved sideways while the short-term trend's going up, right? So it's a little bit of a confusing signal there. So there is a possibility that we might not have enough strength to keep this uptrend going. So there's that possibility of pulling back a little bit more, right? Pulling back to that Fibonacci here around 7 cents. There's always that possibility that we can do that, and we just don't have enough momentum, right? And especially if Bitcoin continues to pull back and bringing everything down, then we could probably see that happening for Toshi. But I think Toshi is still pretty bullish. And again, guys, for Bitcoin, like things could turn around for Bitcoin easily, even though it looks like we're in this channel here, right? Like almost like we're bound to hit the bottom of this channel again. We can still break out from here without going down here. Like we can invalidate all of that, right? And then we can just continue to go up from here. So The reason why I mentioned that is because on the MACD for Bitcoin, you can see that all the selling is pretty much done and now buying is coming in, and we're pretty much oversold here on the MACD for the 4-hour chart on Bitcoin. And you can see the percent our trend exhaustion is going through the same thing with Bitcoin. Right here at the bottom is over exhausted, oversold, and now you can kind of see how it's trying to curve back upwards. So even Bitcoin is inside of that mode of recovery. So I think that it's good, but then when you look over here at the daily chart for Bitcoin, and then you kind of get a different story when you look at the daily chart. So looking at the daily chart for Bitcoin kind of shows that we were a little bit overbought, but it shows that the sellers are starting to come in and starting to sell off more than what it was before. And then you can also see with the percent R trend exhaustion for the daily chart on the Bitcoin, you can also see that the short-term trend has also curved downwards a little bit and the long-term trend as well. But look, doesn't it look like it's kind of crossing right here? And like it wants to recover right here. It kind of looks like something like that where it crosses and then recovers and goes back up to the upside. That's kind of what it looks like for Bitcoin. But what really matters is the weekly chart here on Bitcoin, and the weekly chart doesn't look too good, overbought right on the percent on trend exhaustion. And then we can see the MACD is also looking like it's selling off as well. So we're getting more selling pressure coming in from the MACD on the weekly chart. So like I said, I think we are inside of a nasty channel here on Bitcoin. And I've been saying this the whole time. I keep saying, we have not went down 32% yet. And I know people don't like to hear this. Bitcoin has not dropped 32% yet, guys. It has not dropped 32% yet. We've done it multiple times on the way up here, right? So February 2024, all the way here to September 2024, we had that whole period where we were down 32%. You can see here 32%. Right here, same thing. December 2024, April 2025, 32% drop. Then we had recovery. And now here, like we can see something similar where we have a 32% drop and then recovery. So I'm still looking out for that because we might follow the same patterns that we had back here, and we might see another 32% drop. That would bring Bitcoin to 85K, and if that happens, then obviously Toshi and everything else is going to pull back as well. So that's something that you really want to pay attention to, because if Bitcoin drops, like it's going to take Toshi down with it, and everything is going to go down with it. But we are inside of altcoin season, so remember that we could break away from Bitcoin easily. Also, the Bitcoin dominance is going back up a little bit. It's at 56.4% forward. It was at 55%, so now it's kind of going back up a little bit. So anyways, the hourly chart on Toshi, also you can, like I was saying before, you can see the selling stepping in right there on the MACD, the sellers. And then you can also see the percent R trend exhaustion is kind of coming down here, but it kind of looks like it's curving to come back upwards. So we might have another possible pump inside of Toshi. If that's true, we can see 0.001 pretty soon. So we could be getting rid of a zero soon if we see this happen inside Toshi. But anyways, this is all I got for y'all today. Definitely hit the like button and subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys want me to go over next. And as always, I'll be back with another video.